Scott Montgomery here with us from Big Bite Baits. And Scott, we just wrapped up the 11th annual Lee King Benefit Tournament here on Lake Eufaula at Lake Point State Park. Big Bite's been a part of this tournament for a few years, and 138 boaters showed up today. I think really symbolic of the backing this tournament has, considering Lee passed just earlier this year. Tell us what your thoughts are about this tournament and why you think it's so special.
It's so special to a lot of the community itself because Lee was so much of a part of the community here in Eufaula, and all the fishermen have been getting together for the last, I guess it's been going on 10 years now or more, and putting this thing together and helping out. And they all know it's going for a good cause, and they enjoy coming out and trying to raise money for the Neiman Pic. And
which, by the way, is a disease that's incurable. We don't have a cure for it.
That's right. And I hope every year that people just keep coming out and trying to support this to keep it where we can try to find a cure for Neiman Pic.
All right. Before we talk about Big Bite Baits, tell us about your day on the water today and what makes Eufaula especially difficult right now. Well,
my day wasn't as good as it's been in the past. I didn't have any time to go out and kind of look for fish this time, but it's, I probably caught 20 keepers today, but they're all small. We had 10 pounds something. The lake is just off. It's really off bad due to, I believe it's due to losing a lot of the hydrilla we had in this lake, and they put a lot of grass carp in here to take care of that. And the biologists and everything, they're all looking to try to find out what's wrong with Eufaula, because last year it was every tournament took 20 pounds to get a check, and this year it's 15 to 13 to 12, ever since basically the heat turned on. And everybody's trying to figure out what's wrong with Eufaula, and I hope they do. They made a big write-up in the paper about it, and they're thinking that when all the hydrilla went away, that the main forage of bass has switched over to bluegill from the gizzard shad, and they're thinking that's part of it, but who knows? Well, they're gonna find out, and Eufaula's gonna bounce back. It's went into a slump before in the past, and about 3 years later, it was the best lake we ever had.
Yeah, well, it's one of the top 5 in the country. It'll be back. Let's get a quick update on Big Bite Baits. What's been successful in 2011, and what's coming up for 2012 that you'll talk about at ICAST?
We unleashed 2 baits at the Bassmaster Classic this year. One of them was a warmouth by Dean Rojas. It's one of the, I guess, the hottest baits we have right now. He won a tournament on it this year. He's done real well. A lot of other people have done really good in tournaments on it. He designed it to be a sight fishing bait for when fish are on beds, but he also designed it in the aspect that you can put it on a jig for a swim jig. You can just pitch it into cover, and it's really going to be an awesome bait for years to come. All right, and in
2012, what's in the pipeline?
What's in the pipeline right now? Jeff Creek's coming out with a new shaking style worm. He's got the squirrel tail worm, but he wanted something that's a little bit softer when the fish are really finicky, that he can really use for a drop shot or something besides the squirrel tail. So he's coming out with a nice little bait, and then the 2 we unleashed at the Classic are going to be at ICAST this year too, which is one of them's for Russ Lane. It's called a Yo Daddy, which is a very nice compact crawl that's made for flipping, and a good trailer for a swim jig, and it's really done well so far this year. It's a lot of people's that bought it really like it. So.
Well, Big Bite's come a long way in a short period of time. Congratulations to you and your whole team. And if you want more information about it, you got a nice website. What's that address?
It's bigbitebaits.com.
That's pretty easy to remember. Well, Scott, good seeing you. Congrats on being a part of a great tournament here at the 11th annual Lee King, and we'll see you out in Las Vegas.